Welcome to Prepared Leaders, where we'll teach you the secret formula you have been missing when it comes to self improvement and some leadership tips that will help you climb the ladder of success. In this video, I'm going to go through the top 7 questions. I will give you some tips on how to answer them positively, and then I will give you some sample responses that you can use during your interview. Number 1. Tell me about yourself. It is generally an introductory interview question that gives you the opportunity to warm up. You can be prepared for it. Here are a few tips. Concentrate on telling the interview panel about your work-related skills. They want to know to see whether you are going to be a good fit for their team and whether you have the skills and attributes relevant to the role. Use powerful words in your responses such as motivated. These will resonate positively with the interview panel. A sample response. I am a hard-working, loyal, and enthusiastic person who understands how important work is to my overall happiness. I take my work very seriously. I'm always looking to improve my skills and qualifications so I can work to the highest standards possible in my role. I strongly believe I can perform the role to a high standard and would very much appreciate the opportunity to work for your company. If I am successful today, I can assure you that I will bring a great deal of experience, loyalty, and positive qualities to your team. Number 2. Why do you want to work here, or why do you want to work for this employer? Tips. Tell the interview panel about the preparation work you have done in the build-up to the interview. You have to look on their website at the About Us part because they could ask you what to say about our company. You should be able to answer that question. A sample response. I feel I have the skills, qualities, and attributes to carry out the job to a very high standard. I also feel the role will give me a new and fresh challenge, something for which I have been looking for some time now. I also studied your company in detail. There seems to be a very positive approach to the work you carry out, and I like the way you strive to deliver a high standard. If I am successful, I plan to stay with you for a long time. It was good to see that you employ happy and positive people within your team. Number 3. What are your strengths? Tips. Focus on the role you are applying for. Say something different in your response and that makes you stand out from other job applicants. Try to make yourself relatable and real. A sample response. I have many positive qualities and attributes to bring to this role, but I believe my main key strengths are I have a hardworking nature, I have an enthusiastic demeanor, I am always looking for the positives in every situation, I am a great team player, I like to support and help develop other people, I am dependable. Number 4. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Tips. Don't tell them you plan to have moved on from their company either eternally or externally. It is important to sound enthusiastic, but there is a better way of answering this question. Loyalty is really important to the vast majority of employers. Remember, they've got to spend time, money, and resources training you in the role, so they want to see a return on their investment. A sample response? If I am successful today, the first thing I plan to do is get competent in the role as soon as possible. I have no idea how long this will take. However, based on my high levels of enthusiasm, I am to get trained up quickly. So I guess the short answer to this question is that I want to become good at my job, be accepted by my team and line managers, and also enjoy my work as much as possible. And before we continue, I'll be giving you time to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And let's continue. Number 5. What are your weaknesses? This is obviously the opposite of the previous one. Here are some tips. Anyone who tells the interview panel they have no weaknesses is telling porkies. We all have weaknesses. A sample response. I do have one weakness, and that is that I sometimes get slightly irritated when people don't carry out their work to a high standard. Because I set myself high standards, I expect others to have them too, and this is not always the case. I have learned to just focus on my own job and do it to a consistently high standard. I have recently been trying to turn this weakness into something positive by helping other people within the working environment. I will always offer to help them improve, which I feel can only serve to have a positive impact on the organization and its overall goals. Number 6. What makes a good team member? Tips. List the qualities. Back up your answer with a specific example of when you have worked well as part of a team using the STAR technique. The STAR technique is when you describe your response or the situation using a structured format. You explain what the situation was, and you then explain the task that you have to carry out. Explain the action that you undertook and then what the result was following your actions. A sample response. Effective teamwork is vital in any organization, and I feel what makes a good team member is having a dedicated leader, an ability to focus on the end goal, excellent communication between team members and their leader, a comprehensive initial brief so that every member of the team knows what they are going to achieve and how they will achieve the task, being supportive of the other team members, learning from any mistakes that were made during the task so that things can improve for the next time. Number 7. Can you give an example of when you have worked well under pressure? Tips. Try to give an example of when you have carried out a difficult time-pressed task under strict time constraint. Give a specific example and don't forget to use a STAR technique in your response. A sample response. Yes, I can. I am often required to carry out time-sensitive tasks under pressure, but one particular incident springs to mind. I work in a large retail shop just outside of town. One Friday, a few weeks ago, my manager called a team meeting, and he explained to all of us that a large delivery was due to arrive within a couple of hours. Unfortunately, the delivery was a week early, and he'd not had time to prepare. We were understaffed, and it was already 4 p.m. on Friday, so we only had 1 hour after the store had closed at 5 p.m. to get the stock taken, loaded in store, and checked for accuracy. He asked all of us whether we would volunteer to help him out with the delivery. I immediately put my hand up and volunteered to help. I could see that he was slightly flustered and he clearly needed help from the team. Unfortunately, only myself or one of the members of staff offered to help. However, we were both determined to do a good job for our manager. We immediately started planning how we were going to get the stock unloaded, checked, and placed in the store within the 1 hour time slot allocated. We decided to play to each other's strengths. I would utilize my organizational and accuracy skills to check the stock as it came off the lorry, while my colleague would carry it all to the stockroom as he was physically strong and extremely fit. As we progressed with the task, we communicated with each other to make sure we were working to the required standards and time frame. The end result was that we completed the task thoroughly with just 6 minutes to spare. This gave us time to report back to our manager, who thanked us for the volunteering and working hard to achieve the goal. And there you have it, the top 7 common interview questions and how you're going to respond to them. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content. Leave a comment down below if you have questions. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in my next video.